Okay, so a little bit of a different video for y'all today. For those of you who don't know, on top of the car stuff and the four-wheeler stuff, I also do a little bit of RC stuff. I just don't film it very often. I have a Traxxas Rustler VXL right there, the famous WL Toys 144001. Today, a buddy of mine gave me this Traxxas Slash in a box in a million pieces. He was in the process of redoing it. He's got a brand new chassis, brand new transmission, brand new VXL system. This was originally a brushed Slash. I'm not sure what the whole story was. He said he started working on it and he just got lost, so he gave it to me to finish it. So today I'm gonna go ahead and start doing that. This is, like I said, this is not my kind of normal video, so it might be all over the place. So stay tuned. Let's see what we can do with this. Before I do anything, I should probably point out that this is by no means an educational video. This is just me messing around, doing a favor for a friend. Messing around with, cool hobby of mine. And if I'm doing this, I'm sure a lot of y'all watching this are probably serious Traxxas experts, and they're probably gonna want to be screaming at me. But the way I'm gonna go about it is I'm gonna start out by putting the transmission on and rear suspension, and then work my way up to the front and get it sitting on its wheels, and then do the electronics, the motor. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with the transmission on the frame or chassis, and then the rear suspension. Now, I'm not quite familiar with the Slash, so this is gonna be a learning experience for me. I'm not sure how it all goes, but I have a very fair understanding of how it works because I've seen a few of them, I've driven a few of them. I own a Traxxas Rustler, but I'll be looking online and whatnot for what I need to if I'm not sure of anything. It's fairly simple. The transmission goes here, and then this is the front suspension. It's already pretty much in one piece. It goes like this, and then the steering mounts there, and then, not entirely sure how it all goes together, but we're gonna learn as we go. So, being as it's a Traxxas, everything is held together with Allen screws. Allen! And you can just use Allen wrenches for pretty much everything on here. Allen! So, that's always nice, as long as you have the Allen screws and you haven't lost them. Allen! 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 Yeah, into the time lapse. Here we go. Just wanted to point out something kind of annoying. It's pretty common on a lot of these Traxxas models. The shock tower bolts. Can you see that? Yeah, there's one there, and then two on this side. And these on this side, they're right butt up against the tower. So you gotta get in there with a little Allen wrench, or if you have longer ones, which I don't have any, I'm gonna have to take this bracket off to even be able to touch these. So yeah. This is probably going to be my least favorite or least enjoyable part of this build, just because I don't have the right tools. If I had a long Allen wrench, it would make this a lot easier trying to get these bolts in here, because once it's on there, the bolt is hidden behind the spur gear cover and the shock tower. So that's the worst one. And then these two are not much better. These are not like butt up against the wall like these two are, but yeah. I'm probably just gonna go ahead and do this off camera and then skip to the good stuff after I get this done. So I got these 2 bolts in because they were easier to get to. Those 2, I spent like 20-30 minutes just getting them that far. So I'm just gonna wait till I actually go to the store and buy a proper set of tools, proper set of Allen wrenches. Also, I put that one in, but for this side, it's behind this clutch cover. So that means I'm gonna have to take this back off to be able to put that on there, because there's no way you can get an Allen wrench in there at all. Allen! What? So I think I'm gonna call it a night here. This is my second night working on it. So we'll be back when we actually have the tools and we're actually prepared to do this kind of stuff. Stick around, we'll be back.
3 days later.
All right, we're back. That was Friday, it's now Monday. I went out and bought a proper set of long Allen wrenches. Made really quick work of getting that finished up. I went ahead and took it off and put that one in there, that bolt for the upper control arm. I put the body bracket back on. So now I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the, I'm gonna put the rear shocks on, and then I'm gonna start doing the front suspension. So yeah, here we go. In case you're wondering what I'm using for my camera setup, it's an iPhone SE 2020 edition, and this tripod with a vice grip and a phone holder. But it actually works pretty well. Ooh, it's starting to look like a truck now. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to hit the camera. So the front suspension is it's held on by these 3 bolts, which this is held on by 5 bolts up here, and I can't seem to find them. I found 2 of these. I can't find the rest of them. Hopefully I'll find them. And then once I do that, he's got some new control arms to put on there. I'm gonna be putting those on. And then the suspension is all gonna be pretty much done. He's got some aluminum shock caps that I'm gonna put on all 4 of them. And then I'm gonna start doing stuff on the chassis itself, I guess. I'm gonna get the electronics mounted up, get the motor mounted up, and yeah, we're making pretty good progress here. I guess for now I'll go ahead and put these 3 bolts on the bottom if I can find them. I found a couple of them, and then see what I can do next. Maybe put the rear bumper. I'll find something to do. All right, so I was gonna put one here and one here just to kind of hold it down, but oh yeah, and I put 2 on the front there. I still gotta find a 3rd one. I'm not gonna try and run it until we get all the screws, but just to hold that, you know, front assembly. And then I was playing around with the steering, and I noticed even though this blue piece is flush with the chassis, there's a decent amount of slop in both sides of the steering, like I guess you could call that the rack, and that just didn't seem right. So, and then sure enough, here's my rustler. If you look at the rustler, barely any, just a little bit of wiggle room, but not nearly as bad as that. So I gotta figure out what's going on with that. I don't know if that's normal or not. I don't think it is. But other than that, it's coming along pretty nice. I think this is a good time to end part 1 of this video, of this build. In part 2, hopefully I'll have some more of the parts in, and we'll get started on the chassis itself. Hopefully have it running by the end of part 2. Stick around for that. Thanks for watching.